Both the United States and Israel are shaken. They know just what Iran has done. Yet they can't abandon their bluff, and their media propagandists can't let it out why their masters are shaken. What has Iran done which has changed the dynamics of the game altogether? And why I say we have just witnessed a pivotal moment in world history. Welcome to yet another edition of Wise Heads. I am your host Ashish Shukla. As is known, Israel attacked the Iranian consulate in Damascus, which killed many key Iranian military commanders. This was an outrageous attack. For one, you don't attack consulates as it is against international law. Then you don't do it in a neutral country. It amounts to an illegal attack, a warlike attack on civilians who are not in war with you. Though everyone knows Israel was behind the attack, it neither confirmed nor denied it. And its patron, the United States, didn't condemn it either. Worse, it warned Iran of dire consequences if they desired to hurt Israel. It left Iran in a very, very tricky spot. If it ignored this attack, it would be shown weak. Israel would be encouraged to carry out more strikes. Worse, Iran's reputation amongst the non-state actors such as Hamas, Hezbollah, and Houthis would take a direct hit. Iran knew it was time to bite the bullet. And it did. What Iran did was equally outrageous. The way Israel's air defense is structured, bolstered by the United States, is believed to be the world's most advanced air defense system. In the Negev desert, which is some 1,000 kilometers away from Iran, at least 20 kilometers from Gaza, the United States has planted its air defense system of Arrow, David Sling, Patriot, etc., which could alert and neutralize any attack emerging from Iranian side. It is further backed by Israel's own Iron Dome, which could withstand attack of dozens of missiles. But Iran was left with no other option. It had to strike back as a strategic deterrence. If it failed, Iran would be condemned for Israel and the US all-out attack would be imminent. But Iran knew its strength. It was so confident that it alerted the United States it would attack Israel some 72 hours in advance. The United States and Israel were in an extra state of preparedness. April 14th, 2024 was the date. That's the day when Iran launched its attack. This was an attack of dozens of missiles and hundreds of drones. It succeeded in hitting the two air bases of Ramon and Nevatim from where the Damascus attack had emanated. To show its precision, it even dropped warheads in officers' swimming pool. Though much of the missiles and drones were neutralized, the fact that a few found home acknowledged by even Israel showed that Tel Aviv's air defense was breachable. For good measure, Iran said that if it wanted to hit Tel Aviv or Haifa, it could do so anytime it wants. And this was not just Iran's claim. The fact that Israel swallowed a bitter pill shows Tel Aviv realizes that its defenses are vulnerable. The United States and its Western allies, the US, UK, France, with their advanced weapons system and air defense they could offer through their naval strength in the region, to realize they can't be certain they could overwhelm Iran. They realized all this while Iran was beefing itself below the radar. Not to forget, they have powerful allies in Russia and China. Suddenly, the rules of the game, the geopolitical equation has changed. If the US dared to take on Iran and came off second best, it would hurt the 57 bases it has in the region. Not just bases, but also American soldiers who are there. It would be bad optics in US presidential election year. And as it is that Washington has deterred is a message which has gone loud and clear in Ukraine, South China, and the Pacific Sea. The global South is not only getting together, they are also beginning to believe that the US is just a paper tiger. It may have most advanced technology, but it can't sacrifice its men, and then it cannot win an attritional war. After all, the US lost in Vietnam and Afghanistan, not to forget, and that they could subdue is Syria. They couldn't subdue it. So not only the US is quiet, it has also asked Israel to show restraint. Thus, almost overnight, the rules of the game has changed. The US policy all these years has been to control the Middle East and its oil. But if it can't subdue Iran and its co-vectors of Hezbollah, Houthis, and Hamas, it would face a serious pushback. And if Iran can't be subdued, it means the global oil with Russia and Venezuela, etc. in cohesion could control the supply and the prices of oil. It could also control the shipping routes of oil. After all, Houthis successfully blockaded the Red Sea not very long ago. Even Iran seized an Israeli ship in Strait of Hormuz in the aftermath of the Israeli attack in Damascus. And if oil goes as well as shipping routes, the hegemony of dollar would be over in an instant. Without dollar being the weapon that it is, the US would submerge under horrific debt and rampant inflation. Without dollar supremacy, US can't dictate what it wants to the world. That's why this Iranian attack in Israeli airspace is an earth-shaking event in global geopolitics. The US and Israel would increasingly be challenged in the region. They can no longer have the way as it used to be in the past. That's all in today's edition of Wise Heads. I am your host, Ashish Shukla, who now takes your leave. Keep yourself tuned to Wise Heads for these shifting sands of global geopolitics. Till we meet again, it's good luck and goodbye.